You know how they say buying books is one thing and reading them is another? I was definitely the buying books type. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Kaveri, and today the video is not so much about the crafts that we do, it is more lifestyle and habit oriented. So I'm getting more and more into a sustainable lifestyle, and I'm trying to make conscious decisions wherever I can to tweak little things in my life, things that can completely be avoided, things that are better for the environment, things that are better for us, better for our mind, heart, soul, and of course body. Every year I buy a few books from the book fair in my city because topics interest me, and I think that I will read it, but that never happens, and I just end up collecting loads of books, and now I have a book library. I've made a space completely like a library, book library. So because I'm a super slow reader, I need my space. I need no distractions. I need peace, serenity, like no noise, no one calling me, no horns beeping, nothing. I really need to focus and read and to grasp what I'm reading. So obviously I wasn't able to read as much as I like. So this year, instead of overwhelming myself with I want to read this, I want to read this, oh I have so many books collected, I want to read everything, I want to know everything, I thought let's take 10 pages at a time. So one of my new year resolutions that I'm sharing with you guys was to read 10 pages every day. Not much, not less, just 10. And some days if I miss it, the next day I have to read 20. That's too much. So I try that I read 10 pages every day. So if I have to travel for a class, or if I have to meet a friend or something and I'm traveling in the metro or in an auto or something, I read then, or I'm trying my best to read the first thing in the morning. So as soon as I wake up, freshen up, take a bath and everything, and sit for my morning tea, that's the time I read. So it takes me like I give complete like half an hour or how much ever time it takes to read those 10 pages. So in January 2024, I was able to read 2 books. I am so happy about this accomplishment. Finally, I am reading. It is something I like doing. It's just something I'm not able to do as much. So I'm glad that I'm able to do this now. So the first book that I read this month was this one. Use water as your medicine. Like I said, moving more towards sustainability, moving more towards healthy habits, a good lifestyle, good for the environment, good for the body, good for everything. So I really like this book, I would totally recommend it to you. It talks about so many things that you can avoid, so many diseases, so many issues in your life that you can avoid by just increasing your water intake, by just making sure that you're having enough water, that you're not dehydrating yourself, that you're giving enough water to your organs, to your body, to your skin, to your blood. And from the time I started reading this book, I started increasing my water intake as well, obviously. And surprisingly, I started doing this like many months back. Like I started keeping 2 water bottles on all the tables in my house. So whenever I pass them, I know, okay, I have to drink water. I see it, I drink it. And it's just a way, like they say, don't keep junk food on the table, otherwise you'll want to eat it. So if you have this habit of like eating or drinking whatever is in front of you, it is better to keep healthier options, like keep fruits, keep dry fruits, keep water. That is better than any other sugary drink or any other mixed beverage. So I've definitely increased my fruit intake, my water intake after reading this book. I'll just read the back of the book so that you get an idea what the book is about, and I totally recommend it. Okay. For centuries, human beings have searched in vain for an elixir for perfect health and a cure for all diseases. This book has all aspects of this single miracle. Plain, safe drinking water taken in ample quantities. Discover why you should never wait to be thirsty before drinking water. Learn about a method that is gentler, more natural, and faultless in flushing wastes from your body than harsh and unnatural alternatives like purgatives and enemas. By drinking ample amounts of water, the resulting thin blood that is of low viscosity enables your heart to work less but more efficiently, speeds the flow of oxygen and nutrients to every part of your body, and thereby increasing your energy levels, prevents pimples, boils, and other skin blemishes, makes the skin younger, lovelier, and more beautiful, rids the body of constipation, unpleasant breath, and related digestive problems, prevents asthma related or sickle cell crisis, prevents strokes, heart attacks, cancer, etc., cures stubborn diseases that doctors have given up as incurable and terminal. Related advice is given on food intake, the need to have regular physical exercise, and regular opportunities for your body to perspire and to rest. So, I'm sure you are also wanting to read this book now. I have no idea when I got this one. It was just lying around in my, like when I was arranging my library, and I found this book and I thought I have to read this. I'm sure when I got this book, I had the same feeling years back from the book fair. So yeah, do read this one. I'll also put the name of the book in the description box below. Now, book number 2 that I have been wanting to read since forever is this one. So I have been fascinated by Korean things and Japanese things, and obviously, as we say Japan, this book had to be on the list. Ikigai, I guess that's how you pronounce it. So I'm just gonna read a little excerpt first, what it says. It's small, not gonna take a lot of time. And then I'll give you a little brief of what it is. Discover the Japanese secret to a long and happy life with the internationally best-selling guide to Ikigai. The people of Japan believe that everyone has an Ikigai, a reason to jump out of bed each morning. Inspiring and comforting, this book will give you the life-changing tool to uncover your personal Ikigai. It will show you how to leave urgency behind, find your purpose, nurture friendships, and throw yourself into your passions. Now, there's this little diagram which is amazing. Like, yeah, I have not much to say about this book, but you just have to read it. It's not too long. It's a very thin book. Okay, it's not a fat book, but it talks about different experiences or different things that people have to say who've lived a long life, more than 100 years, and what they believe is a reason or might be a reason for their longevity. So it talks about that. It talks about little food habits. It talks about finding your passion, what makes you happy. It talks about the importance of physical exercise. So I'm sure you guys realize we are not exercising as much as we should be, our ancestors used to, or previous generations do, because they worked in the farm, they had those kind of jobs, they did everything themselves, they did not hire people to do a lot of the daily tasks. So we have a very sedentary lifestyle in general, like majority of us. So we have to go to the gym, we have to join yoga, we have to do physical exercise as a separate thing from our life or other things that we do in our life. Physical exercise needs to take a separate place in our life. Whereas earlier that wasn't the case, because they were doing everything on their own. They were bending and standing and like roaming around and going uphill and downhill. So all those things were just a part of their life. So they did not have to think about those things. Yeah, it's interesting. Read the book. I would totally recommend this one. Totally recommend both the books actually. I love them. So if you enjoy reading this book specifically, Ikigai, there is a show on Netflix that I saw. I don't remember the name, but I will put it here. This is the name of the show, and a lot of things in the show is related to the things that they're talking about in this book. So I felt like it's more like an extension of this book, or like taking certain elements from this book and like expanding that and making a documentary out of it. So if you're reading this book, Ikigai, if you like this book, I will totally recommend you to watch that show on Netflix. I will again link it down in the description box below, the names to both the books and that Netflix show that you must watch. So that's it for today, guys. I have already started reading my book for February. I've kept it for February, like I've transferred it to February because obviously I will finish reading it in February. So I will give you a review and if you should read that book or if it's not worth it by the end of Feb. Okay, not gonna talk much. That's it for the video, guys. Do give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments if you would like me to share more things about healthy habits and changes in my lifestyle that I'm making, and all things good and positive and nice. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Jump out of bed each morning. Inspiring and comforting